and welcome to this video on making scatter plots. As with many data visualizations, there are plenty of software options to create these in, but today we're going to be using Microsoft Excel. Before we start making our scatter plot, let's look at these two sketches so we have an idea of what we're going to make. These are very simple diagrams of scatter plots, which will show two variables and their relationship. So some examples are height and weight, temperature and pressure, education level and income, and countless others. These dots are plotted on an XY coordinate system with one variable on the x-axis and the other on the y-axis. We can see different kinds of correlations: positive when the dots trend up, negative when the dots trend down. There might be dots all over, so no correlation, or it might have some sort of curve or other observable trend. Okay, so now that we have a fundamental understanding of scatter plots and we've seen a rough picture of a couple, let's go make one. Okay, so we are here in Microsoft Excel, and today we have some entirely fictitious data to work with to make our scatter plot. We have in column A the average daily temperatures in Fahrenheit, and in column B the number of visitors to a swimming pool. And we want to see if there is a correlation between these two variables or not, but we're going to remember that correlation does not equal causation. So to start with, we're going to highlight just the numbers, not the data headers as well. Okay, then we'll go up to Insert and over to Charts. There's a button here for scatter plots, and we're just going to go with basic scatter plot for right now. Okay, and let's move this and make it a little bit bigger. All right, so here's our scatter plot. It's gone ahead and plotted the points for us, and we've got the axes here at the side, but they don't have any labels on them, so we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. We come up to this plus sign and click on that. Then we can add chart elements, and we want the axis titles, so we'll give that a check mark. And on the x-axis, the horizontal one, this is the temperature. So we'll go ahead and just double click to select it and go ahead and type it in. Okay, same thing for the y-axis or the vertical axis. We'll just double click and type it in. Okay, and it has our chart title for us as well. So again, we'll just double click and select it, and we'll call it Summer 2019. Okay, so looking at our chart, we've got quite a bit of dead space over here. On the average daily temperature, it doesn't really go below 60 degrees or so, maybe 70 degrees. So we can go ahead and edit this so that it starts at 60 degrees, and that way it'll get rid of this big empty space and we can see our dots a little bit better. So to change that, if we click on it and give it a double click, then it opens up some options over at the side. And under Access Options and Bounds, the minimum, as we can see right now, is set to 0. Let's change it to 60 and press Tab. Okay, so that got rid of quite a bit of the space, but it does look now that we've zoomed in a little bit more that it doesn't look like the temperature drops even below 70. So we can change it to 70, and that'll give us a little bit more space. That looks a lot better. Okay, we can also change the style now that our graph's looking pretty finished. We do that up here at the top under Chart Styles in the Design tab, and let's do blue just because it's for a swimming pool. Okay, now that we can have a really good look at our data points, we can see that generally the dots trend upwards. So we can say that there's a positive correlation that the warmer it gets, generally the more visitors there are to the pool, until it gets maybe about above 100 degrees or so, and then the number of visitors kind of drops down. However, we do actually have some more data points. As I said, this is entirely fictitious, but let's just say that this first set that we have here is just for June. We actually have some down below here for July. So let's add those in and see if the trend is the same or if it changes once we add those in. So to do that, it's actually pretty easy. If we click on the chart to highlight it, then over here where it's got our data in these cells here, we've got it highlighted in purple and in blue. And we can actually just drag these down and include the other ones. We don't need to go into any menus or anything. We can just drag it down and it automatically updates. So let's scroll back up to the top, and now we've got a lot more data points in here. And we can see that the positive correlation kind of remains, even though we've got the June and July data in here. As it gets warmer, there's more visitors to the pool. There's a couple of hotter days where it kind of goes back down a little bit. We've also got some outliers over here. It's hard to tell what was happening on those days, but we just have the temperature and the number of visitors to the pool. There could have been other extenuating circumstances or thunderstorms or something like that that was causing that. As we say, correlation does not equal causation, but generally, the warmer it is, the more people go to the swimming pool. So that wraps up this video. We've covered the basics on creating scatter plots in Excel. The version of Excel you're using might mean that some of the features I showed are in different places, aren't available, or you might have other features that you didn't see on the screen. Hopefully things should be about the same. Please reach out to the library if you have questions, and thanks for watching.